Welcome to this podcast, The Sound Healer's Voice. My name is Ali King, and my voice will be your guide for this journey. Today I will be talking about the connection between mindfulness and sound healing. I'll start the podcast as usual with some chats on the events I'm doing this month. So you can possibly join me if you're interested and curious about sound healing, meditation. And then I'll bring us into a beautiful, deeply healing journey of guided voice mindfulness and soundscape. And for that section, all you'll need to do is listen and relax. So starting off with my events this month, I'm sitting here in my apartment in London, and it's the end of September. Beautiful time of the year in London. We're coming into autumn. Everyone's back from the summer. All my students are starting to come to class. Classes are getting very busy. So if you'd like to join me for any of my weekly classes, I teach regular weekly classes, which could be an hour long or 30 minutes. I also teach sound baths as workshops and teacher trainings. So the weekly classes I teach are in Try Yoga, which is a beautiful studio in London, and another one is called Solstice. My Solstice classes will start in November, so I'll focus with you on the Try Yoga ones in case you're joining this week or next week. Come and join me, Try Yoga Shoreditch. On Tuesday I teach weekly a 4:30 slow flow yoga class that ends in sound bowls, so crystal singing bowls. You'll start with gentle flowing yoga, beautiful and healing for the body, and then end in deep relaxation, sound healing. Then at 6 p.m. on that same day, you can join me for yin yoga and crystal singing bowls. I'll often have a gentle gong playing also at the end of that class. Then if you'd like to join every Saturday, you can find me 11:30 or 11:45, check the timetable, that class is changing, for Hatha Yoga. This is a breath practice, very healing, pranayama and gentle yoga. Open class, so that means beginners can join. And that moves into a 1 o'clock meditation and sound bath class. And that class is very popular. So as these classes are popular and do fill up and book out, book in early. You can contact me on my Instagram, look up at Ali Crystal Bowls, and I'll send you links for booking, or go to the tryyoga.co.uk website. And then I'll tell you more about other classes I might be adding in my next podcast. Workshops this month, October 3rd, you can join my past life regression and sound bath in Notting Hill, the Life Centre. So that's Thursday, October 3rd. If you'd like to join my sound healing diploma in person, that's going to be this October 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th. It's a 4-day training. You can also have access to my online diploma if you're doing that. So it's a wonderful one, really harnessing down information. There's lots of wonderful knowledge you can build up with me, academia, all of the sound healing world, and how to become a professional sound healer. And again, you can contact me about those. Now let's discuss the connection of mindfulness and sound healing. There is a bridge between both. If you're practicing a mindfulness meditation, it's a Western term coined by the psychologist Jon Kabat-Zinn. It references a meditation practice that will hold you in the here and now, and you're choosing to release from thoughts of the past, let go of the future, and work with gentle anchors such as your breath or any sounds around you, how your body feels in the here and now moment. Mindfulness is associated with psychology. It is a science. However, it is actually a very recent way of meditating. I've been meditating now over 20 years. I'm in my mid-40s. I started meditating in my late teens because I had anxiety, and it was a practice I found that helped. But mindfulness wasn't a form of practice at that stage because Jon Kabat-Zinn hadn't coined the phrase yet, and it wasn't a term common in Western culture at that time. So it's actually very new. Now, Jon took the phrase from the lineage of Buddhist meditation. So Buddhism actually has a Sanskrit term linked to mindfulness. So it's very true in a lineage, a long-standing lineage, but for the Buddhists, it's a religion, obviously, and a philosophy and a way of life. And now it's termed and associated with a psychology and a science. And the reason that Jon Kabat-Zinn brought it into psychology was to make meditation more accessible to students who might not have an understanding of Buddhism or be able to connect as such to an Asian philosophy, but maybe deeply needed a meditation practice. So mindfulness is a new Western term for someone like me who's old and meditating a long time. It's a very new practice, and it's a lovely practice, and it can work very well with sound. And the reason mindfulness works well with sound healing is because sound is also a way of drawing the mind to the here and now moment by listening to soundscapes in the here and now. So if I play a singing bowl, I hear it in that moment. And this can help me release from busy thoughts and focus my awareness on that sound. When I teach sound baths, I often open with some mindfulness cues. It will depend on the class I'm teaching or the workshop whether it stays in mindfulness. I might choose to use mindfulness as an opening and then add a deeper practice, which could be when I teach my past life regression sound bath, it's a different, deeper practice. Or if I'm teaching something like angelic healing or deep relaxation, which might involve going into a dreamlike state. So I'm encouraging my students to let go of complete alertness and let themselves and their minds wander in a dreamlike way. So that's when it transitions away from mindfulness. So there is an acute difference in these styles of meditation, and it can be useful to know the difference, especially obviously if you're a teacher, you should know the difference. But also if you're practicing, if you're a student, to understand the journey of your mind. And you can be within your own self-practice, you can self-heal, you can play your own bowls, you can meditate alone, and you're understanding what constructs of meditation you're working with. If you're working with alertness, mindfulness in the here and now presence, or if you're choosing to work with the dream-like deeper states, which could be a form of astral plane meditation. That's a different journey, and one could lead to the other. So for now, all I'd like you to consider doing is meditate with me. I'm going to offer you a guided voice meditation with mindfulness. So this will be a mindfulness practice and some soundscape. I invite you to take a comfortable position. You can lie down or choose to sit up, allowing your spine to be straight if you're lying down, elongated, straight if you're sitting up. You could be standing up, listening to my voice, and you're still practicing. Make any micro adjustments you might need. Notice if you're supported, if you're fully comfortable. Allow my voice to be your guide, like an old friend, knowing that you are always the master. We will go on a journey together now. Let's begin. Long, deep inhale in through the nose, long, deep audible sigh from the mouth. Now I'd encourage you to release from controlling your breath in any way. Just letting the breath exist. We shall become now the watcher and the gatekeeper, drawing full awareness and awakening to your breath as you simply notice the ease of your inhale now and your exhale. Continue to follow your breath. No need to control your breath in any way. You can even use the mantra, I am inhaling, I am exhaling. I am inhaling, I am exhaling. I rest my full attention upon the breath now. Notice what parts of you move as you inhale and exhale. If your mind wanders to the past or to the future, and you are noticing that happen, you can gently guide your thoughts back to the present moment. And you know now that you are meditating if this happens. Transition your awareness to your physical body now. Notice how you feel without needing to move in any way. Notice the body, parts of you connected possibly to the earth. How your energy feels right now. How your shoulders feel, your spine, your legs. Your jaw, tiny muscles around your eyes. Transfer your awareness to any subtle body energy, such as your heartbeat at this moment. You can place your hand on your heart if that helps. Your belly center, the vibration of you, can you watch with curiosity your emotional being right now? You could ask yourself, well, how do I feel right now? What mood am I in? I am the watcher. I am kind, curious, compassionate. I am noticing, I am watching, I am aware of my emotions in this moment. knowing that emotions are like waves upon a beach shore. They flow in and they can flow out, transition and change. To be mindfully aware of how you feel right now is to simply accept the emotion you are watching. As if you're watching a movie, you're detached, watching the experience, knowing it will change, whether it's good, neutral, or not so good. Like a wave, it will draw in and it will eventually draw out, shift, transform. And now let's move along and consider what sounds you can hear right now. What sounds are close to your ears in this very moment, and what sounds are further away. Allow these sounds to be a bridge to the here and now moment. Allow these sounds to hold you here, now. Your mind, your thoughts, they might wander away, but you can come back to listening to these sounds and let them hold you here. Now, remember that you are the listener and you are the gatekeeper. You are the watcher. As your meditation practice progresses, you will begin to realize that I am you, you are me, and we are one. You will form a connection to sounds as if you are those sounds.